This South African farmer bullshit, which is the most blatantly obvious racist shit ever.
Yeah, this is for all you YT South Afrikaners that are being shipped in by Trump. You need to know the majority of Americans don't want you here.
Well, Don Lemon and this Liberian woman who happens to be white, they seem to think that the South Africans are the most racist thing that you can possibly come up with. 20 million Haitians, El Salvadorans, Mexico, all of those people coming in wasn't racist. But a couple of thousand white South Africans is the most racist thing ever.
This South African farmer bullshit, which is the most blatantly obvious racist shit ever. It is blatantly obvious the way that we treat white South Africans, who are, by the way, for the most part, and I am generalizing here, some of the wealthiest people are well-to-do people in the country. They speak their language. They own most of the land and the property. And somehow they're being granted a fast track to become Americans while they're trying to cut down on immigration from other countries. You know, you get that from where? From the brown people. On March 7th, Trump took to Truth Social to announce he is offering white South African farmers, quote, a rapid pathway to U.S. citizenship, pointing out that South Africa's new land reform push signed into law last year, which lets the government take land without compensation if the property is not being used and there's no intention to either develop or make money from it. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you some context here. They're not just taking land away from white South African farmers. White South Africans, about 9% of the population, owned 87% of the fertile land. Okay? Today, black South Africans make up more than 90% of the population, and they only hold about 4% of all privately owned land. So what they're trying to do is say, hey, we need to fix an historical injustice and figure out if you're not using that land to farm, then we need to have some of that land, not taking all of your entire farm. That's not what's happening. And we need to what? There needs to be equity. And now people are crying because the playing field is being leveled. And so
yeah, this is for all you YT South Afrikaners that are being shipped in by Trump. You need to know the majority of Americans don't want you here. You just jump back on another plane and fly your little racist YT supremacist butts right on back to your country. Go back to Africa. We do not want your racist butts here. You are not welcome in the United States, and Trump is not going to be in charge forever. Yeah, you're not welcome here. We don't want any more Snazis in America. We're done. And we're the majority. MAGA wants you to believe they're the majority, but they are not. Just saying. Fly your asses to another country where they want racists like you, because you're not welcome here.
The hypocrisy and hate and ignorance of most of these people on the left blows my mind. It really does. All of this time they say that nobody should be rejected. See, whenever they talk about racists, you see who the real racist is. I couldn't tell if the woman was a man or a woman. I call her Liberian. She looks more masculine than Don Lemon, the sausage hider. Don't understand the mindset of these people who they give platforms to. Don Lemon should have never been allowed to stay on TV this long. And I don't know where they got this Liberian from, this full gold star goon who says that you need to go back over to South Africa. You're not welcome over here. So all white South Africans are racist. You know, they never said anything bad about Elon Musk until he started supporting Donald Trump. The ignorance and hate with these people is mind-numbing to me. You can't have a rational conversation with such ignorance. They don't ever give any facts. It's all based on emotions. They call other people racist when they're the ones racist. Don Lemon really don't hate white people because he's taking the sausage from his boyfriend for years. Kind of like Barack Obama was taking the sausage from white gentlemen too. And this Lebesians, she probably hate all men. And she's pretending like she hate whites and she's white. Stupidity of these people blows my mind.